Hi there, it's Karen Leabo with VintageDazzle.etsy.com here at the start of a new weekly vlog where I show you the life of a vintage reseller, all the stuff I'm listing, the stuff I've sold, and other miscellaneous things going on in my life, which still under lockdown more or less, so it's not a lot of excitement, but maybe you'll find it interesting. And I appreciate you visiting with me, and I'm just going to show you a few things I got listed today. Okay, I'm starting off with this large crochet afghan in an off-white color because I've already got it packaged up in plastic. I'm going to slide in a picture of what it actually looks like. My mother made this. I had a number of hand-crocheted afghans and blankets that she had made, and I picked the one that I really liked the best, and I have put the others for sale. So this one I've listed for $85, and all of my listings are free shipping in the US. At least my new listings as I'm listing them. Some of my older listings might still have shipping attached. Okay, I also listed this adorable little figurine. He is from Romania. I was able to translate this with a Google Translate, and it's a replica of a figure from the 5th millennia or something like that that was found in Romania. They have some wonderful archaeological sites in that area of the world. I was in is it Bulgaria? No, Serbia. We went to a dig that was in progress and looked at some of the stuff they were pulling out of the ground, and it was so interesting. Anyway, I'm sure one of my relatives bought this in Romania at a museum store, probably. Very cute. I listed him for $35, I believe. Is that right? Wait. Yeah, $35. And then I listed this wonderful oversized coffee mug that has the Yorkshireman's advice to his son, and the design goes all the way around. There's a dog, there's a cat, there's people, and it has all this eat all, drink all, pay now, and if ever thou does out, all us do it for this'n. I have no idea. But I'm sure this is based on something much older, but I don't know what. But anyway, it's a transferware in mulberry, which is a nice color. And it's also got like some little fruit pattern on the inside and on the handle. I thought this was going to be older and possibly really valuable. It's not. It's, I mean, oldish. It's from the 1940s, I think. The mark dates it from 1930 to 1965, but these kinds of novelty coffee cups were pretty popular in the 40s, so I think that's a pretty good guess. It was made in England, and it's in really, really good condition. So that I listed for, where'd you go, $49. Then we have this hand-painted picture, which is dated 1870. I love it. It's really nicely done floral pattern on translucent porcelain or bone china, maybe. It's in great condition, and that listed for $38, and I believe that's it. So I'm trying to figure out how this double-decker coffee pot thing works. And I've plugged it in, and it is heating. Something's happening, but I don't really know how it's going to work. I haven't put any coffee in it or anything. But it's looking. I put water in the bottom part. Steam is coming. Oh! Okay. Okay. Alright. So it bubbles up into there. Okay. Oh. Sorry. I know you probably just spent 30 seconds looking at the floor because I was panicking. So it bubbles up into there. Okay, well, I'll let it cool off and I'll figure out where it is I need to put the coffee. I thought, what's the center thing for? I don't know. Just not familiar with this at all, but isn't it a pretty thing? That's got to be from the, probably the 1940s, I would say. Where's my plug? There it is. That's what I'm trying to show you. Is that plug. Maybe 1950s, but it's got like an Art Deco design on it. See right there? So, certainly very reflective, isn't it? You can see my whole kitchen. And I just have this one order for tomorrow. It's this little sterling silver Native American Coyote Brooch with a little turquoise. It's got some stamping on the tail and little stamped eye. It's tiny, very cute. And here it is already, Tuesday evening. It's election day. I'm too afraid to look at the news, so I don't have any idea what's going on. But anyway, I can show you these items that I'm getting ready to pack up and ship. We have this ribbed hourglass with green sand that I sold on eBay because it's not vintage. I thought it was vintage when I bought it, but then I discovered it wasn't. And that sold for $15 plus shipping. Not a whole lot more than I paid for it, but anyway. And then I sold this little carved marble dude who I don't know what it is, but I have a little bit of a sad story to tell about him. He sold, I think, to a museum. So I shouldn't get in too big of a rush to sell things. I did a lot of research. I couldn't figure out what it was. I'm sure that my mother-in-law bought it at a garage sale or something. She didn't know what it was. But it might be something. I don't know. But anyway, I sold it for $29. And also this tile, which I just listed today, so you haven't seen it. It's California faience tile. It is signed with initials and it is dated 1937. It is quite distressed. It's got a lot of chips in it. That also sold for $29. Sold this Avon rhinestone kitty cat necklace to one of my best customers, and that was, I think, $17. And then lastly, we have this Mexican black onyx and brass chunky bracelet with the carved faces, and that sold for $45. Well, this is very exciting. It's been raining today. Well, it's still fairly early in the morning. I don't know. I think it's around 7. But I just love the rain. So nice. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, and I'm going to show you a few things I got listed yesterday. But first, Muffin's going to say hi. Oh, what'd you hear? There's nothing out there. It's just cars. Hmm? Oh, she's doing her slow blink. Yeah, good kitty. Okay, first up we have this hand-painted icon from Romania. The subject is El Profeta Elias, which is the prophet Elijah. It's painted on wood. It's in really good condition. It's not super old, I don't think. And it is signed by the artist. And that I listed for $32. And we have this cute dried flower and pressed in glass, in leaded glass picture frame, easel picture frame. I put in a little detail from a Cézanne print just to dress it up a little bit, and that I listed for $25. And then a friend and good customer requested that I list some of these California pottery plates, so I listed these 3 together for $35, which are reserved for her, so she's going to buy those. I'm sure by the time you see this, she will have bought them. And, oh, the other item I already showed you was that tile, that dragon tile. Okay, that's it for now. So, now that I finished my ladyhead vase, I'm on to my next project, which I think is going to be this ukulele. I'm going to mosaic it. Here is a preliminary box of junk jewelry and other such lovely items. I don't really know what all's in here. Isn't that a cool piece? Yeah, I like this one too. But yeah, there's who knows what's in here. But I'm gonna give this a start, and then probably will take it out to the garage eventually, where I have all my pottery tesserae to do more on it. So I've gotten a little bit of a start on it. Oops. Of course, I'm always in the shadow. Okay, well, it's a start. I'm not quite sure where exactly it's going to end up, but there we have it. So it is a Wednesday night. I'm going to show you the 3 items I'm getting ready to package up. We have the hand-carved black coral tiny little pigs. Oops, I have him turned upside down. He's upside down. Oops, there he goes. Aren't they cute? And the black coral pigs sold for $48. And we have the sterling silver and sapphire little little pillbox, and that sold for $70. And lastly, we have a silver-plated, hand-stamped bangle bracelet from Mexico, and that sold for $15. Here's something I forgot to show you because I didn't realize I'd sold it. I'm a little bit late shipping this off. I'm embarrassed, but this is a necklace that I made. I made it from really old components of another necklace, and it's a lot of fun. It has kind of a Egyptian revival look to it, and I sold that for $22 from my Leabo shop. Good morning. It is Thursday morning, and I'm here to show you a few things that I got listed yesterday. Okay, so first up is this lovely hand-painted, probably, well, it's Sèvres, so it's very, very sheer porcelain. The light is shining through. This is kind of a Victorian style, but the mark on the plate dates it to after 1908, I think, so I would guess this is probably from the teens, maybe. Anyway, sometime between 1908 and I'd say 1920. Around in there. I love the pea pods. That I listed for $32. It is signed by the artist, and the artist is Verity, which I think is nice. Okay, there goes my motorcycle of the day. And then we have these California pottery plates. We have 2 of them, cobalt blue. Ooh, there's water droplets on that back in there. And a nice green. These are Parma, P-A-R-M-A, which I discovered was a premium that was given away when you bought Par soap in the 1930s. So that's kind of interesting. And they look a lot like Fiesta ware. And those 2 I listed for $32 for the pair. Let's see, then we have some jewelry. I haven't had much jewelry lately, but I repaired this one. These 2 pieces. Pink thermoset and rhinestone brooch and articulated bracelet. I think this clasp may be replaced, but it works fine. It's kind of a more gold color, and I think it used to be silver, but it's worn. It's possible that it's original, and just sometimes, you know, the clasp will be a different type of metal or a different type of finish than the body of the bracelet, so it'll wear faster or slower. It's hard to know, and I couldn't really find, it's not marked, couldn't find anything about it, but it is riveted construction on most of it, and you know, it's decent quality, nice, pretty, sparkly rhinestones. I did replace one of the rhinestones on the brooch, but I did such a good job I don't know which one it is anymore. Maybe that one. But anyway, those I listed together for $27. And, oh, okay, the last item is this souvenir silver plate tray from the 1890, I think it started in 91, but this is dated 92, Columbian Exposition. This is the Woman's Building with a portrait of Penelope on it. Nice engraving. I love these things. I love vintage souvenirs. I think they're so fun. And that I listed for $45. So that is today's goodies. And here's what I'm packaging up tonight to ship tomorrow. We have this, this is an Ann Taylor Loft station bead necklace with these clear, kind of rhinestone-like beads. And let's see, that one sold for, where'd you go? $19. And then this set of art prints from the University Prints, Romanesque Art and Architecture. I'm scared to open this because they spill everywhere, but it's a whole stack of things like that. They were used, you know, imagine in the days before internet. You would buy these sets to study, I guess. Probably, I think about from the 1960s. Anyway, those sold for $29. $29 plus 1971 shipping. Where the heck is that going? Canada. Okay. Good morning. It is Friday morning, and I'm going to show you a few things that I got listed yesterday. Okay, so first up I have this very cool African comb. It's got this woven yarn handle on it and a very pretty geometric design. It's very sturdy. It can still be used as a comb. It makes a great display piece, and I listed that for $27. And then we have this silver plate comb case and the comb that goes with it, a faux tortoiseshell comb. This is silver plated. It tested as sterling silver, but I think that it's just very thickly plated. It's repoussé with this charming little village scene. Okay, that's a little better. Very detailed, fun scene on here. It's the same on both sides. If you happen to see this in a haul video, it was just black and disgusting, and I really didn't think anything was going to come of it when I started shining it, but with a lot of elbow grease, it shined up pretty nice. Now I didn't shine it all the way up because, you know, you don't want to take out all the tarnish. And I think this side I did a little better than the other side. It will, you know, with more work it would come up shinier. But it is made in Denmark, you can see right there. I know it's not sterling because if it was Danish silver it would be hallmarked. And I did some research and found out that there was a maker that made these in the mid-century era, and they are silver plated. But anyway, I listed that for $29. And then we have this lovely plate which has already sold, and that sold for $42. It is signed It's another Verity plate, and so yeah, happy about that. And then the last item, hold on one, was the Ladyhead vase, and I did a dedicated video on her. I posted it probably a couple of weeks ago by the time you see this, so. But she is in my other shop, my Karen Leabo shop. There is a link down below if you ever want to look at my handmade things. And I listed her for $75. And these are the things that I'm wrapping up to ship tomorrow. I think I probably just showed you these in an earlier part of this video. So this is a dried flower picture frame between class that sold for $25, and this lovely Victorian style hand painted plate sold for $42. Hello, it is Saturday morning, and I'm here to show you a few things that I got listed yesterday. So we're going to start with this plate. These things all came from Sally, by the way. And this, I believe, is Islamic, Middle Eastern. It could be Turkish, not really sure, but it is. You can see it is hand chased. All that work is hand engraved. This is tinned copper. And I priced that at $42. We have this cute little green glass Buddha. He's especially nice because he's on a stand that's made especially for him, that's hand carved. The stand is as nice as the statue. And I priced him at $42. And then this is a really beautiful wheel thrown handmade salt glazed pottery jar. It's got a combed decoration, earth tones, but then it's got this little bit of blue, like an icy blue drippy glaze at the top. It's really, really nicely done, and it is signed. Took me a while to figure out what that signature says, but I believe it is J. Lloyd. Could not figure out who that was, so probably not a famous artist, but it is very well done. Probably 1970s. Could be 1980s, but probably 1970s. And I have that listed for $38. And then lastly we have this cobalt blue pottery ewer. It is probably California pottery. It's not marked. But it's very nice. Great condition. And $39 on that one. Morning. It is Sunday morning, and I'm going to show you a few things I got listed yesterday. Okay, so first off, I have this teapot that came from my mother-in-law. She didn't have much to say about it. She didn't know what it was or where it came from, but it turns out that it's kind of special. And it's obviously handmade, and it's got these beautiful panels. It's got like some cherry blossoms and some bark, and on the other side it's got bamboo. This is, I don't know, plum maybe, bamboo spout. It's just very beautiful, and so, I mean, this lid fits so precisely. It's just gorgeous. And it has some like Chinese markings on the bottom and inside the lid, but nothing in English. But it turns out that this is, and I'm going to butcher it, sorry, but Yijingzisha. It is a special kind of purple clay that's found in this one province of China, and it's supposed to be used to brew a certain kind of tea, and the clay is said to enhance the flavor of the tea. And it's these teapots have been made for hundreds of years. This is what I learned in my very shallow research. But they can sell for quite high prices. So I priced this one at $275. It's in mint condition. It doesn't even look like it's been used. It's just very beautiful. So anyway, that was the exciting news. Then I have this little pewter cat. It is Royal Selangor. Royal. It's a Burmese. It's very heavy. Let's see. Listed the cat for $21. I listed this tiny little Tonala Mexican pottery burro. He is adorable. I like his color because it's a little different than what you normally see. It's like a pale green background. And it is like a high-fired finish and not the burnished that you normally see with Tonala, although the high-fired is not, that uncommon, but anyway, he's not signed. He's marked MEX for Mexico. And let's see, I have him priced for $19. And then lastly, I listed a lot of 2 necklaces. This one is faux coral, but it's pretty convincing unless you look really, really, really close. It is plastic, but it looks pretty nice, I think. And it is, oh gosh, what's the maker on that? I don't have my glasses on, so I can't tell you. I've already forgotten. Oh, Napier. Or Napier. I don't know how to say that. I never have. But anyway, it's that. And then this is a chunky shell fragment necklace with a big mother of pearl pendant. And then there's also a set of mother of pearl stud earrings. So I listed all of those together, and I listed those for $26. And that's it. That's all for today. Here we are off on another picnic adventure. We're heading to a sort of local park, but it is a few minutes drive away. I don't know that we're going to be taking much of a walk today or eating outside or anything because it's really, really windy and blustery and pretty cold for us, so we may just sit in the car like we normally do. But we're gonna.
How cold it is?
How cold? Oh well, gosh, it must be 60 degrees. I know it was down in the 50s at night. Brr. I know. Sorry. I'm very spoiled. Well, there's our view of the park. We drove a really long way to get to this tiny little park. I thought it was going to be a little bit more grand, but anyway, we're just going to sit in the parking lot and have our little lunch. We're having the same lunch as last week, so I'm not even going to show it to you. It's egg salad bagels, fruit, granola bars, and Hershey Kisses. And iced tea. Well, the wind is really, really blowing out there. You can't tell so much right now because as soon as I turn the camera on, of course, it stopped, but it has been very windy. A big branch fell onto that tennis court. And so I'm refusing to walk. Rob's not very happy with me, but I just don't feel like walking in the cold, freezing 60-degree wind. So, oh well. And finally, we have the items that I am shipping off tomorrow and packaging them tonight. The first item is this selection of California pottery plates. There are 2 of these blue speckled ones, which are from the 1950s, and then this yellow, let's see, what are they? They're, oh, I didn't put in the title exactly what they were. I had ideas about who the manufacturers were, but anyway, I sold the 3 of those plates for $35. We have this black glass beaded multi-strand necklace made by Napier, and that sold for $21. We have a lot of 2 very pretty gold-plated rings with genuine gemstones. That's a blue topaz and a tanzanite. The diamonds aren't real, but the center stones are real. So that's kind of cool. And sold the 2 of those together for $32. And we had these mid-century modern salt and pepper shakers from Denmark. These have belonged to Sally, and one of my lovely YouTubers wanted to buy something to remember Sally by, which is so sweet. So she bought the salt and pepper shakers, and those sold for $24. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the person who bought these plates is one of my YouTube friends. Thank you so much. And then lastly, we have this Very cool ceramic box from 1862. It has been identified as a razor box, as a comb box, and I thought initially that it was a butter dish, but I am wrong. But it's cool. It looks, I really was guessing that it was a little more modern than that, but it has the marks to prove that it's from 1862. So very cool. That sold for $54. And that concludes another of my reseller vlogs. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share if you feel so moved to do so, and comment and like and subscribe. Okay? Thanks. See you next week. Bye.